Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, September 8th. We are looking at the market profile of the SPY ETF here on Window Trader. And I don't know if you want to call it carnage, but the sell-off continues today as more week longs get out. Shorts piled in at the end of the day, and I'm a little surprised at how much took place in KL&M to the downside because now value is overlapping a low, but nowhere as bad as it looks here. I'm in 6 tick increments. If I put this in 1 tick increments, SPY is barely overlapping to lower. I know ES was lower all day. I'm sorry, overlapping to lower all day. We actually got pulled to unchanged. Just late in the day, got overlapping to lower again. But here's the interesting thing. POC was raised not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's eyes low. Okay, and you know what? I started this video and I forgot to change the day's low. We have a very bad tick in SPY. The day's high in SPY is 338.06, not 342.64. It totally distorted the half back. Look where half back is on here. It distorted the day's range, so that is not a good high. When I go to the charts, I forgot to change it prior to the video, which I usually do. But anyway, we did raise POC 3 times, never could lower it, right? It's eyes low, so that's a little nuance to carry forward tomorrow. I'm going to still say, for my money's worth, what happened here in JKL&M, we just got too long again. In FG, HI, and J, weak longs gave up when we took out eyes low, and then the short game piled on. Be very interesting to see if we get back to POC tomorrow, which is eyes low. I would not doubt it if we do. Remains to be seen. We did take out a weekly low again, right? Friday's low is a weekly low. So the landscape is changing. We're up in the monthly, we're down in the weekly, and we're down in the daily. So things are changing. Slowly, but they are changing. We had an excellent day in the room today. We called this market very well. Although, no doubt about it, I did not call this as well. I did not think we would push down as low as we did. However, took advantage of it because we took some nice longs in K and L as we came back into the day's range and back into the initial balance. So the room made out very, very well as far as my trades. So A period open. I said I'm not going to do anything right away. Traded down initially. Couldn't take out Friday's low. We got above it. I said, well, now, since we got above it, if we go back through it, I am taking a short. And that's exactly what I did. I traded everything was today's expiration. I took a 340 put as soon as we got back down through the opening, wrote it down beautifully. Very nice trade. Again, then we had one with poor structure. As the second 15-minute bar opened, we popped up, had poor structure, took a 337 put, rode that back down. Very nice trade. Now, did nothing in B. Did nothing. Nope, I did nothing in B, but then C period. Now, C period started. I did not think we were going to have single prints. That held. So I took a put play because we had singles. Came in a little bit, but then took out the day's high, started running. Again, it was not a big position. Took it off for a small loss. Then, when C came back in, I was like, well, those single prints, I don't think, not only are not going to hold, let's see what happens at the opening. So I took a size put play, 337s, filled the singles, back through the open, back down, boom. It was that was my touchdown trade. Worked out beautifully. D period. I'm just reading what I wrote, why I took the long, because these days get long pretty fast, and I get tired because I'm speaking all day. So D period, PS plus 1 time. Okay, we were 1 time framing up. Didn't think we'd give it up right away. I took 334 calls, and I'm trying to see. I did it against the 1 time framing, but I also wrote PS. We don't have a price spike, but I'm looking why I wrote that. But I took a 334 call, which worked out nicely in D. I took another long in E. I didn't think we'd take out the day's low. The POC was a perfect POC. I took a 334 call again against Friday's low when we came out of it a little bit, came back into it, took the long, rode it back up. Now I'm looking for the afternoon rally high. I'm like, well, thought we might have it in H. Took a 338 put. Now, it worked out, but it was nothing big because I was just scalping them because you're playing innovator at that time. Now, in I period, when somebody in the room took a very nice short, I did not take it because I thought since we took out B's high, we had good odds of taking out C's high and the day's high. Never happened. Didn't get hurt. Didn't take it. So be it. I did take a short, though, in J because I thought we were going to stop the one-time framing up, which we did. I took the 338 puts. That was very nice. Rode that down. And now I'm looking for the afternoon pullback. I actually reversed and went long in a little bit of J and then in K. Now, it worked out because J actually went up. The first one I took in J went up. Then K went down. Again, I just faded them back and forth. I did not get hurt. I was not going to hold them and stay married to them. In fact, I scalped longs in K a couple of times and in L because of that. Now, you could have made money on both sides of the market, shorting any rally and buying any dip in K and L, which is basically what I did. Some in the room shorted, some in the room longed it, and I made money on it. Had a very good day overall. Went home, actually bought a small 333 call that expires tomorrow. I have 10 contracts. Nothing to even talk about, but I'm long going home. The fact that we didn't lower POC leads me to believe, now believe me, I wouldn't mind gapping lower again and taking out another weekly low down to 332.01. I have no problem doing that. I would love to see that and see what happens at that level tomorrow. So, very good day for the room. All right, destinations for tomorrow. Upside. First one is the POC, 10 wide at 336.47, eyes low. Then we have today's high of 338.06. And then we have nothing until, and you should have these, but we don't have anything to 345.40, which was the afternoon rally high from Friday, all the way up here. So if by some chance all this was shorts pushing it down and we get some buy-in in here tomorrow, it'll be interesting if we trade M's range and get above it, what happens? M should be nice and interesting tomorrow. For the downside, we have 332.88. That's today's low. Then we have 332.01 weekly low. Now you should have all these. I gave them to you. 331.13 daily low. Filling the gap at 330.06. 107-point gap from August 5th. 327.86 daily low. And then the other ones, the 327.73. Monthly low, weekly low, filling gaps. One gets filled at 327.23, the other at 326.63. And I do think those are destinations at some point that will get hit. The question is, will we get some kind of relief rally first, or are they going to do some more damage to the downside prior to that? Remains to be seen. Real quickly, triple Qs. They ended very ugly also. In fact, they went out with a price probe to the downside. We did not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They did end up 10 wide also, though. That could not be lowered. Just a little nuance to carry forward. Whether it's for tomorrow or for Thursday remains to be seen. And then, on the charts, again, monthly, one-time framing of 5 months. Yes, we're firmly inside last month's range right now. But again, it's still early in the month. The one I'm concerned about is the 339.08. You want to stay above February's high. Weekly. Weekly has now changed. Weekly I'm calling down, right? Markets don't go bull bear. They go bull, balance, and then roll over. Now, is it bear? I'm not calling it bear, but it's down. Because now we've taken out last week's low and we took out the previous week's low. So that's down. And the daily is also down. One-time framing down 3 days. Maybe tomorrow we get a nice flush to get rid of that other weekly low and then test the 50-day moving average. It's something I wouldn't mind seeing tomorrow. Anyway, great day in the trading room. Come check us out, camelbacktrading.org. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.